Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another live stream here. And just so before we start, it's 9:30 now, and I'm at a holiday home, and it seems like the internet's not the greatest here. So I'm going to try to do this live stream in the meantime, and just so you guys know, this is obviously not financial advice, and I will be back live streaming properly from probably the 14th or the 15th of January, and these streams that we're doing now is just to read price, to see how price unfolds. I don't expect anything big here, and maybe do some scalp trades because there's no red folder today. So there's no red folder we're going to trade. We're just going to look at the market and see what's happening and how it all plays out. So let's have a quick squiz here. I'm going to start quickly. Just let's have a look and see what the hourly looks like. Okay, so let's clear everything on here. Let's delete all drawings. Okay, so this is a nice fair value gap that gets inverted over here, maybe a test, but I've got a bigger fair value gap up here. So let's just go back to a 1 minute quickly. I just want to see what's there, if there's any big opening gaps. Massive opening gap, guys. We might see price come down all the way into this fair value gap. Let's just do this quick. Go back to a 1 hour, yeah. Okay, let's go back to the 1 minute. I'll show you guys what I'm intending to do here. I just want to mark out this big gap, because this is an important gap. We'll make it a different color. Let's make it green. So this 50% is a very strong magnet for price to go down into, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep an eye on price, and I'll tell you why. That's a good target for me. If we go back to regular trading hours, electronic trading hours, we've inverted this fair value gap, but because we've got this big gap open here, I don't know if I want to trust that. And remember, if you invert the fair value gap, you need to do it with speed, run liquidity, and immediately do it. There's like a million candles: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. That's not a A plus, a B plus, or a C plus inverted fair value gap. That's not something I would take. I could quite easily see price come back down here and fill this gap to here. So I would say this low is pretty much a target for me. So I'm going to mark out this low and call it the target. Targets. And if it doesn't go there, guys, I'm not going to be phased. Remember, this is obviously not a time where you want to trade, because it's still early in January. Normally you want to see January complete before you actually dive into the charts and all of that. So there's a lot of people still away, maybe not in full swing. So I'm not expecting too much here, but that's a 1 minute. So we're just going to keep an eye and see if it actually, I don't know, whatever it wants to do. But I do know that's a target, and that target lines up with that 50% of that big opening gap. I'm not saying price have to drop from here to get there. We could look. I just want to see if there's any liquidity with this gap. Let's just make it the 5 minute. Okay, so there's this equal highs up here. That's your liquidity. So I'm going to say there is some liquidity here. There's a gap in here also, and maybe what we should do is mark out this gap. So we might see price go above here, touch that 50% and then drop. Okay, so that's basically what I would be looking for right now. I'm not saying I'm trading it. I'm going into a 1 minute. Now I know we above equal highs here with that blue line. There's a reasonable place price could go into and then drop, or can drop from your bounce and go and fill this gap completely. So opening gap, let's just make, I'll give it a title, open gap 50%, and we're going to put it right there, and then this is one as well, open gap 50%. All right, so now we've got two levels, between the two levels. So I would not just try to dive in here and say, all right guys, let's try to ride it, or it might go up there. And I'm just saying this is what makes sense for me. I'm gonna go back to normal, and so basically, why did I mark out this low? There's this nice low. This looks like a manipulation inversion to go, but this is not a clean inversion for me. So I would want to see a high form, run it with an inverted fair value gap, and then drop and target this. This is a not an easy target, but it's a clear target because we expect price to go there, but sometimes price can be very short to that. So just excuse the background noise. I'm not at home, so obviously, like I said, I'm at a holiday place, and there's some dogs and everything making noise in the background. All right, but that swing point is before this, so we might see price run through it and just barely touch it. That's why I would put my target there. If I put a short on, I would put a stop loss down there. This is just grinding up, and we might see 10 o'clock play out where it push and reverse, and then we might see that 10 a.m. reversal to go down aggressively and run liquidity on this side, and then continue in whatever direction. In my opinion, or my experience, I'll just sit back and wait for this to play out, and we might see a push up, a test, push up, an inversion, and then see the drop. But I mean, I've been wrong before, so I'm not gonna make it show you guys or tell you that I know how to predict price. I'm just talking from experience, and again, this is not a day for big price, for me to see clear or clean price action. I'm not expecting that, and I just think these two levels are important to me. With the target down there, we can go down first, then up, but I would expect price to give me some sort of short up here. We might not even get it, guys. We might just see push right through it and just carry on higher. And then people would say, yeah, but that inverted fair value gap was a nice entry. Yeah, after the fact, that would be nice. This is not a setup for me. I would like to see something run liquidity in my, let's put it this way, and this is key. I did not see this, but this lines up now. That is the target, and the reason that's the target, that's equal lows. And now we can say, all right, so now we've got good reason why we should go lower. Target equal lows. Okay. Now all we got to do is see if we can get that setup up here, and then try to ride the wave down, basically. Alright, I normally do my entries on a 1 minute chart, so if you're not a 1 minute guy, then you must trade what works for you. I just know from, this is how I trade and how I'm just doing what I'm doing, and it works for me. So if it doesn't work for you, you must find out what works for you, and let's keep an eye on this. I'm very tempted to take a short here just to test this as a very quick short, but I won't do it, because there we can see how this fair value gap is basically holding price. Gosh, nice fair value gap, holding price. I'll just call it a fair value gap. Okay, and target still up here, boom boom, in this section here. So let's just keep an eye and see what unfolds here. And we know this is a liquidity, but we're expecting it to go higher before it comes down. So I'm just going to take this off, and let's just keep an eye on it. There's no rush for us to jump in any trades here. If you do, you're most probably just gonna gamble, and obviously we're not in a place for taking any gambles. Alright, so let's just sit back and see what happens. We still got time, and what we're gonna see, and this is the breakout of the first 15 minutes. If it closes above that, that's a nice long, and we might just take that long to up here just as a scalp, and because we're rejecting off here, I might just take a small scalp and take $1,000 off. Okay, let's target that high and see if we can get it. Remember, it's all about small profits. Let's make this in the center, so you guys can actually see it. Alright, so yeah, we're trying to make just like a quick scalp to that high, and that will give you $2,300 profit. But we counting on this order block to hold price, and then to bounce off that and take out that high. So now it's just a waiting game. Sit and wait and see, and see what happens. Normally $1,000 is a good place just to take a profit. So, okay, there's it, $1,000 in the bag. And if we close above that black candle, you can take another scalp and target for another $1,000. I just want to secure some money. This is all scalping, guys. This is not me holding up, you know, something for the long run. I know we want, in theory, that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting price to go to this 50%. So people might ask me, okay, Neil, so why don't you just take the trade and hold it to there? Because I've seen so many times price just collapse and go the opposite. I just want to see, because we close above this black candle who rejected this fair value gap, that's a good entry to target that high. And about scalping is you just want to get quick profits and take it out. In this case, it was $1,400, and that's all you want to do. I mean, if you want to get funded, you don't have to wait for home runs. Home runs is what I use for my red filter strategy. And but if there's no red filter strategy, I don't want to sit for an hour waiting for something to play out. I want to jump in, jump out, and secure some profits. So it looks like it's still gonna run higher. Yeah, there we go. See, if I've left it, that would have been a $2,000 profit up there. But it's small candles, so I don't want to risk too much. It's a Monday. There's no reason. We could see some sort of pullback, maybe back down here and then go up. I mean, 10 o'clock's around the corner and 9:50 is now. That's when we see, between now and 10 past 10, that's when we see the algorithms come into play. I don't know if it will work today because, again, we early stages of January, not ideal. We can see a lot of whipsawing, confusing punters or traders at least. And I mean, we're testing that again. If we close above here, I'll take another trade for another $1,000. But for as long as, I mean, this is an outside bar, it runs those highs and that high and close above all of these, tells me we want to do something lower, maybe just a big spike into 50% of this wick here, just below this fair value gap, and then reject to go higher. But I need to see this candle now close above, not 2 candles later. This exact candle must close above here. Then I'll be confident to take another long for another $1,000. Quick in and out. Remember, trading at the end of the day is quick profits. It's, I mean, if your target is to see, that's not telling me we want to push quickly. We might come back down and then up, and you don't want to take a trade here and we run all the way down here, because then you'll be in a big drawdown. If we close below this white candle, we might see a lower price. So you got to be very careful and know what you're looking for. And maybe I can explain it a little bit better. If you looked at this candle, you wanted to see it close above this black candle there, never did it, and eventually that spiked through it. If you jumped in there, you would have, you know, go all the way down here, and that would have been a bad drawdown for you for a scalp. So scalping, you got to be careful. Like this white candle, close above that. That was a good place to take the entry, and the drawdown was little tiny, and you could have targeted that high. Now if we close above like this. There looks like there's momentum, wants to run higher, and if it closes up here, yeah, and then we could take a little long to push higher. But then this black candle, it closes above that, it might come back down to that wick, and then, but if the candles get too crazy, then yeah, don't rush into these things. I'm just showing you guys that this could be just a little pullback, and if we close above this black candle's high, it would be something I would buy for 1,000, you know, to make $1,000 on the way up. But look, like that. Okay, let's just try this, and let's do this. Yeah, we could have cancelled that. That's $1,000 in, and what I would have targeted here is 50% of this. You could have candled this, you know, and you saw there was no drawdown there. And let me just show you guys. So today we took today, I'm in a different time zone, you know, in South Africa, and here we can see we did 1,400, and that's already 2,500, well, 2,600. If you trying to get funded or something to that effect, you could really use these scalping methods to get quick money in and out the market. And but that's a strategy on its own. That's something I use. I mean, I can walk away now. All I want to see is if we can get some decent entry up here to short. And I'm not going to stream the whole, you know, for long today. Like I said, I'm on holiday. I just thought, let me check in with you guys and then just show you guys how you can quickly scalp money out of the market. I mean, I did not sit here with a position for an hour. It was in and out immediately. This is a 1 minute charge, 1 minute in, 1 minute out, and that's, I mean, that's just how, I mean, that's how you should be trading. I mean, there's people who likes to swing trade and sit with much longer positions. That's how they trade. This is not how I'm trading. I'm into to make money quickly. So what I'm doing currently, guys, I am recording this live stream as well. In case the stream is not that great, I will post the recording as well, and hopefully that looks better for you guys to go and watch and see how the live stream went. I think in the meantime, no. What I wanted to do is take the video off, and hopefully it will work better. Let's give it a try. Okay, so here we can see another close test of that fair value gap, running all these lows, and if this go and close above this black candle's high, I would be tempted to take a long here. But if this is a black candle, we get a white candle close above this high, then I would take a buy for another $1,000. Okay, so what we want to see is close above this black candle here, and I I just need to see if this is actually something that, yeah, if it closes above that, I'll attempt another quick trade. Okay, so it didn't actually go and close above that down candle, taking out the liquidity, so I wouldn't try any trades on that. So I think I'm just gonna sit on the side for now, and we're getting close to 10 o'clock now. We might see 10 o'clock running up now, creating all this liquidity up here. Maybe we see some aggressive move up to create a fair value gap that gets inverted for the downside move, or we just see a drop. Let's just give it some time. So we're gonna see the move now. Let's see if I can it's always good to obviously take screenshots for your journaling. Copy this image. Okay, going 1 minute back. See what's happening. Yeah, we might see some sort of let's just have a look. So what you guys can see right now, I'm not really trading directional bias. I've got two areas of interest, and I'm literally want to see which one we're gonna target first. So sometimes it's worth sitting on your hands and see if you get the right entry. And sometimes it doesn't happen right away, and it's something that could play out in the PM session, but all you got to do sometimes is sit and wait. And I still believe we're going to run up higher first and then see what we do here. Give us a short entry, then obviously I would be happy to see if I can target these equal lows, and for that 50%. So the equal lows should be the easier target for me to go for. is it? 21,642, 642.5 level. Copy that and go right up here. Okay. Right, so price is still moving sideways. 10 past 10, we at 5 past 10, and let's just look at this. So we didn't have a clear break above the first 15 minutes, 9:30 to 9:45, but it's moving sideways on that level. So we might see aggressive move up and then reverse. Or I could be wrong, but either way, I'm not in a trade, so I'm not two-faced because I'm already up and I'm not going to lose money. So let's see. Let's just give it some time. Guys, just to let you guys know again, I will not, I will be in full swing trading live sessions like this in, from the 15th of Jan. So in the meantime, I'll do short streams just to show you guys I'm live, I'm here, and I'll be trading. I'll try to take some money out of the market quickly. And yeah, it would be great if you guys can tell me what type of thing we should do on a live stream for people to come for, and that we can do on a daily basis. Maybe it's something that I thought of to say, all right, can we get funded in one session with an account? So what we can do is we can say, okay, so it's $150, $1,000 account. What's the profit target? It's $9,000 or whatever. What's the maximum contracts that you can trade, and what's the drawdown limit, and see if we can trade within those parameters and actually get to the get the account funded. And obviously, guys, this is on paper trade, and the reason I want to do that is to show you guys what I'm using and the way I'm trading. It's effective, it's reliable, and it's profitable at the end of the day. So and that's as simple as that. So let's just give it some thought, and maybe in the comments or any other videos, go look at my channel. There's a bunch of videos, not too many. I'm going to do more live stream than anything else, and then I would start break down some educational pieces on the strategy and the way I scalp and all of that, and maybe I have a session live to take you guys through it and answer some questions and so forth. If there's obviously anything else that you guys want me to focus on, feel free to pop it in the comments and let me know, and let's see how we can put it together and accommodate everybody. At the end of the day, this channel is there to show you can trade profitably, you can trade without stressed emotions, and you don't have to be crazy on trading, sitting here for hours. You can do it in a few minutes and walk away, go on with your life, and be profitable, and quit your job at some point. All right, so now we see this big black candle, so that tells me we might want to do a little push lower or even drop right through it. I don't know. So I mean, we can go back up into this section here and then look for a quick short, or you could have just taken a short here and target another $1,000. I'm not too keen to just do that because we might see this just running into this fair value gap and then reverse. This could be some sort of manipulation, especially now that we've gone sideways. Big black candles try to manipulate people, say yes, we're going short. If you didn't know or have all these points of interest, you would have looked at these and say, all right, we on this black candle, we've run this high, we're going lower, and boom, and then it reverse stops you out. Then you get this nice big candle, people get in and say, all right, now we're going to go lower, and there's an OTE here, and now it's going sideways, and then it pushes down. It's like, okay, I'm in the right spot, and we can easily see this run up, killing everybody. And the reason I say that is because if you really look at these highs, that's not taking each other out. That's all liquidity. I can't spell. Liquidity. And we will see price push right through that and run these lower highs. And that's basically how people get caught out on the wrong side. And funny enough, these lows are forming higher lows, just taking these liquidities in between, and that creates another liquidity push that's going to come down later to take all this liquidity out. So you can actually move all of this, and you can see I'm not trading patterns, liquidity, but that's what I'm targeting. Now I've got liquidity here, liquidity build up here, and there's point of interest here. I can see this breakout and people saying we're going higher, test, and maybe go and test in a fair value gap to go lower and target all of these. So yeah, this is obviously some, I don't know, maybe this is a retail type of thing to go higher. Okay, so we passed the macro time. So guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop the stream here, and I'll tell you why. I'm gonna continue recording this with no sound to show you guys later, or maybe it's gonna do something now to see how it all plays out. I mean, I'm just worried. I'm sitting here and he's grinding sideways till the PM and do something then. I know there's this liquidity down here, so keep an eye on those. Like I said, don't just jump into trades for nothing, but there's a good target up here, and wait. What I would do is I would not try to take those trades in between to say, okay, let's see if we can get there. I would just wait for price to go there and see if it actually gives me an entry there. Then I know I'm on the right track. There's liquidity building up. There was a point of interest. We got an entry, and now my target would be all the way around here. But yeah, thank you for watching. Give me a like and subscribe, and come hang out with me on my, from the 15th of January. You can join me earlier, and we'll do proper live streams where we're going to wait for these things to unfold so you guys can see it. Because the biggest part, another big thing about learning, trading, is not to look at something after the fact. After the fact you learn on how it works and how it plays out, but the most important thing is to follow charts live and say, all right, it actually forming right now, so this is what I'm expecting. And as what you're expecting is playing out, then you've got way more confidence to say, all right, I need to take this trade here because all these things are coming out. And then you're going to evaluate your trades. You're going to say, this is an A+ setup, or this is not an A+, it's still B+, so we'll risk a little bit less, and keep our stops tight and see how it plays out. What I want to show you guys, for a scalp, this black candle down, this white candle close above the high there, and that would have been an entry to take, I don't know, $1,000. That's just a scalp for me, a quick one, because of this black candle up in, and now we're going to test this, and if we close above this black candle here, I might take, let's see if we can get another trade out of this, and then I'm going to leave you guys at that, and then I will post something later to show you guys how it all played out and if it actually played out. So this black candle should hold price. It's in a fair value gap up here, and if we close above this now, I'm happy to take another long for $1,000, because that would be a nice breakout test, and this fair value gap act as support. Didn't close below it, but I need to close above the high of this black candle. Okay, we've got less than 10 seconds. Let's see if we can close above that. It's not, I'm not taking that trade. I don't care what people say, but I needed to see that momentum want to close above that high. Okay. Okay, now the next point of interest, or the where price should hold, is this black candle. So if we get another black candle close and a close above, then we could see if we can find another trade out of this. No. Let's see. Alright guys, I'm actually not going to push my luck here, and it's not about luck. It's not playing the way I want to play it. So if it doesn't play it, you know, the way I want to play it, then I don't even going to push it. So I'm just gonna let it be. I just want to show you guys I'm still here, and I'm gonna stop the stream here. I'm expecting price to go up here to the opening gap, that 50% mark, and then look for shorts to go lower. So this was just me marking out liquidity, and then I'll check in with you guys later to see if we actually went down all the way to this liquidity down here. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys into my next live stream. So bye for now.